should be going live right now on most platforms. Let's see, one to go. There you go. Pow, pow. Hopefully, everyone can see me. Can you see me? Hi, hello everyone. Welcome. Nice to see you. Let's see. Alright, okay. Everything seems to be working. Yeah. Hello. So today I'm gonna be drawing this fellow right here. Hopefully this is working better than yesterday. I noticed that at least on the vertical version of my stream I was cutting out part of the drawing, which doesn't make sense at all. I wish I could go back and redo it, but I can't. The vertical version is already uploaded, so if you want to check that out, feel free. Uh, can you see me well? Hi. All right. Anyway, so as I said, hi. Uh, today, okay. So you can hear me too. All right. Cool. Great. Let's try that out. Just gonna set up the camera here. Alright. I worked a little bit on the UI for the stream. Um, what? I don't understand. Hmm. This should be working. This should be working. Come on. Okay. Alright. Sorry, everybody. This can be a bit of a challenge, honestly, to manage all the stuff. Uh, but hopefully you can see me well, and we can get started. As I mentioned, I'm going to draw today. It's actually, the technical name is Desmodus rotundus. So it's also called common bat. Let's see. I have here uh, my information. So it's a common vampire bat. Because today is Halloween, that's why I wanted to do something like this. Let's see. The common vampire bat, the Modus rotundus, is a small leaf-nosed bat native to the Americas. It is one of three extant species of vampire bats, the other two being the hairy-legged and the white-winged vampire bats, which are pretty odd looking. The common vampire bat practices hematophagy, so they drink blood basically. Uh, this this image is the one in the lower part that you can see on the vertical stream. On the You cannot see the other one on the vertical stream, But this image is from Wikipedia, so you can check it out if you want. I have a few more. Hopefully, I can show you. So, yeah, yeah. So that kind of stuff. Isn't that creepy? Apparently, there were like larger vampires before, but they went extinct. So, yeah, luckily they they're not around anymore. Like that must be a scary thing to encounter. A large version of one of these guys. These ones are like the ones I've seen are fairly small, so uh, this is actually a different. I think this is the hairy-legged one. Check this. No, no, it's still a different one. Yeah, I think this one is from North America, but uh, I really like the picture. This one's from Unsplash by Todd Cravens. So if you wanna check out that image, is on Unsplash. It's free to use. So yeah, kind of cool looking. I wanted to find something like this for the actual one that I'm going to be drawing, but yeah, I guess this is what I'm sticking to. And all right, as I mentioned multiple times, uh, what I do in the beginning is frame the drawing, like try to keep it within imaginary borders, so it doesn't create tension in the composition, if it makes sense. Like I try to keep some some space around the drawing so you can breathe. And as you can see, sometimes you break a little bit the rules about that, and sometimes I miss the mark, and yeah, I move the drawing too much to the edge. And so yeah, something to keep in mind if you want to try this for yourself. I've been using a pen, Sharpie highlighter, some like regular Sharpies, and I would say the most expensive stuff I've used, even though I don't use them as much, are the Posca markers. But they're really good, and I would totally recommend them if you wanna check them out. I'm not sponsored or anything, I just use their stuff. So, anyway, I already talked too much. I think I'm gonna do this image because the other one, I don't know. This one's also cool looking. Let's see if I can change it so it duplicates there. Yeah, this one's kind of cool. I like it. Kind of creepy. So it kind of goes with the vibe of today. Um, hmm. Which one do you think I should do? Do you prefer this image or the other one? Hi, hi, hi. Let me check. So, let's see. This one or this one? Uh, this one or this one? What do you think? Nobody writes anything. Okay. How are you doing? The one on the top looks more cute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the one below looks kind of creepy. Fair enough. definitely. So he looks like a demon. Yeah, they. I think they're like nightmare fuel. Like imagine encountering one of this like extra large one. These ones are like I think they're like this size or something. Like maybe yeah, they're like the size of a fist or maybe even less than that. But definitely really really creepy looking. Also, you can see that I'm using ACDC, which is really cool for references if you wanna use that. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. Um. Now I mentioned the thing about. Let's see if this one is cropped. No. All right. Let's see. Hopefully you can all see me properly. Yeah. Okay. So let's just also needed a little bit of light there, so I don't have a shadow while putting the lines. One thing to keep in mind is that you should always check if the pen is dry. Sometimes the ink can and I do art while I watch. Oh, that's cool. uh, yeah, that's the idea. Feel free to draw while you see me do this stuff. Um, all right. Let's see. I'm gonna try to frame this stuff. Now that I think of it, if I draw the whole thing, it's probably gonna be real size. I don't know if I. Well, I'm already committed. That's the thing with the pen. Once you start drawing, you're in it. Okay. Also, I'm gonna try something here. Sorry for the pause there. Just gonna use one of these guys. Yeah, I am. What are you talking about? Hmm. There you go. Hopefully it does something. I don't know. One platform gives you like stuff to add to your live stream, but I don't know if it does anything. Like I'm just randomly using stuff. All right. Oh, apparently it did something. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. So if I miss the mark here, just keep in mind that I'm doing multiple things at the same time. So something that is common while doing this is that if I'm not looking at the page at the right angle, I might get some distortion on the drawing. Like you always want to be looking at it. Like if these are your eyes, like look at the page like that, something like that. If you're looking at it from any different angles, then you might get some distortion. So as much as possible, try to avoid it. I can see all these hairy lines. That's no bueno. No, no, that don't do that. Like it's like you're doubting your positioning of what should go there. Like just go for it. Just do it. Uh, yeah. So as I was saying, I decided to draw a bat because today is Halloween. I don't know if you have seen it, but there's a I really enjoyed it. The Salem Slot movie. It's really cool. uh, I would say like one of the best vampire movies that I've seen recently. Even though if you check that on IMDb, probably you're gonna see some bad reviews. But I don't know. I think people are getting too I don't know like exclusive about movies. Like it's well done. Nothing is gonna be perfect. Doesn't matter what you're watching. It's gonna have some stuff that you're not gonna like. So, mm-mm. Okay. Hi. How's it going? Welcome. I guess I guess today is the day that I draw the creepiest thing of the whole sketch. But it makes sense with today. Hopefully it don't mess up the most important part, which is the face, of course. Should have started there. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Right. Maybe it should go higher. I think they're really odd looking. But at the same time, like I can see how you could cartoon like make this way more cartoony and it would look like really interesting and not creepy. Like you can reduce the creepy amount by a lot just by tweaking the proportions, which is something that if you are learning how to draw, it's yeah, it's really useful being able to take the proportions of something that you're looking at and just change them around. For this last few, I've been trying to stay within the reference. Although, if you saw my previous drawings, I also add my own take on it. So, yeah, something that I would recommend. Just have a reference, but you can build upon it if you're starting out. If you're already experienced, like probably you you don't need me to tell you anything, and you're like the amount of references that you already have, maybe probably you can do a lot of drawings just from imagination once you start to get used to the process. I actually messed up there. The ear goes up to here, and I think this is like there, and you can see the creepy talon. I think is the name. I think right there. Hard to tell. I cannot tell from. I'm gonna on this one. I'm gonna rotate it so it's yeah. No, I don't wanna. All I wanted was to yeah. So that way you can see more of the image that I'm drawing. And, bum, bum. Yeah, getting that right? Like, am I making it even less appealing the, than the image? I don't know. I feel they're also like we are naturally against this kind of creatures because they can propagate a lot of diseases and stuff. But for the most part, they don't wanna bother us unless we are in their way or something. But I definitely seen some funny interactions with bats. Uh, yeah, for the most part, people don't want to encounter them, and they freak out when one gets near them. Like I wouldn't want one near me. But one thing is like this specific one because of the day I was looking for a vampire uh, bat, but there are a lot of them that we just assume that do that same thing, and they're not at all. They just eat fruit and they're just chilling. They eat fruit or insects. They're just chilling, but we treat them as the same as these guys. To be fair, they do drink blood. Like I know they drink blood from cows and like cattle in general. Hey, hi, how's it going? Hi, hi. Okay, so something like that. I think I think today's drawing. I was the technical aspect is what I think I'm most hesitant about regarding like the actual stream and being in front of people on the internet, but like thinking about it, this image is not that much of a challenge. Although I'm I'm cutting it like I'm calling it before I finish, and that's usually not good. Like you see the year, I already messed up there. You have to be mindful what you're putting on the page with a pen because you don't have an option to erase. Mm. uh, yeah, for this sketch, I'm just drawing. I'm just choosing a creature and just drawing that. But I'm thinking of for the next sketch, the next sketchbook to just probably do a request. So I'm like on one page, 2 pages away. Yeah, I said that it was two, and it was actually three. Anyway, it's not like a lot of people are joining to the lives. They pass by, which I appreciate, but I don't know the streaming thing is kind of odd because people they just it's like you encountered them walking on the street and they like like musicians on the street uh, and you're like walking to a subway station or something. You just encounter a musician there. You just pass by, look at the musician, and just keep walking. So that's I would say that's kind of how it feels with streams. So and I'm not judging. Like I've done the same for sure. Like if I'm scrolling through social media, I'm just looking around and just oh look at this, look at that. Like if you're in a museum or something, or just a tourist. Yeah, it's so cool that these guys can uh, find their prey by the echolocation. Even though I've heard that it's kind of a myth that they have bad eyesight. Uh, I didn't check today if that information that I just mentioned is accurate. You can feel free to correct me. um, Skateboarding streams. Uh, yeah, those are like I really like skateboarding. Although I was never good with that. I was I was fairly decent with a bicycle, and I always wanted to get one of those BMX bikes, but I have a terrible knee. Well, both of my knees are basically horrible, so I just didn't go for that sort of thing. But I definitely was a lot into uh, BMX and extreme sports was thing I really appreciated. Tony Hawk, it's amazing. Um, there are a lot of new skateboarders now. They're amazing too. I I don't check out that scene often anymore, but every now and then I see a video of someone doing like new tricks and like I cannot only imagine how they how are they able to do that. The amount of times they must have like fall from the skateboard. Yeah, that part I'm not used to a skateboard, but falling off a bicycle like going really fast. Yeah, I am familiar with that. So I can only imagine the amount of times like for them to get a trick right. Like when, for example, just the simple with the bicycle, just pulling it, like jumping the sidewalk. Yeah, it takes a while to figure that out. I can only imagine with a skateboard. You know, road to nowhere. Oh, I'm gonna check that out. Oh, that's not that's not good. I definitely seen a lot of gruesome uh, situations with skateboards. Like it's a extreme sport. Like you can get really hurt. So It's something that people should be mindful of and just stay safe. Unless you want to pursue that as your career, then you have no no other choice. All right. Yeah. I didn't even I mentioned that usually I do like the first pass on the drawing and then I start kind of shading, but I kind of went directly to the shading. Oh, oh, that must be terrible. I I the only time I got hurt, uh, well, I got hurt multiple times, like just driving my bicycle around and like falling, that sort of thing. Like normal things when you're learning or you're just doing dumb things. But I remember that once I was in high school, I I was playing basketball, and once I fell the wrong way and just cracked my meniscus. That was terrible. I think it was like I had to wear that for something like that, like eight weeks, and then I had to get the meniscus fixed. Yeah, it's not good. So that's why I just stay away from those kind of sports. Even though I really enjoy that kind of stuff, every now and then if I find a bicycle, I want to ride it, and it's like the I don't know I don't know how to explain it. If anybody that watches this later uh, does that kind of thing, like you can probably relate. It's you have this sort of drive to keep trying to do the activity, even though consciously, oh, I might get hurt, but uh, it's just fun. It's really fun to try to get a trick. Actually, it was like a really simple competition, but I actually won a small competition when I was growing up with like you just had to do a few tricks with the bicycle, and yeah, that's my great accomplishment. Yeah, that also happens. I know that Tony Hawk got got something on his leg fairly recently, and I think he went like 8 weeks getting that fix, and then went back into skating. Like it's a part of the whole thing. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Like it's, it's like taking calculated risks. That sort of thing. I get what you're saying. Like after you fall a few times, maybe I shouldn't try it that way because I know that if I fall, I might pay for it. So alright, I think I'm happy with how this is looking, and I'm just gonna stop this here and change the conditions of the light. I'm thinking of this card. I'm thinking of adding. Maybe I'll add one of the skulls. It's kind of cool. This one, probably that one. Yeah. thing is, alright, let's see how it goes. Just gonna turn this off. Hopefully you can see. And now I'm gonna be using this. That is, I would say, the most fun part. Main display. Just gonna change this. Bear with me. I'm just gonna change something here. Just adding some contrast. See, saturation. No, 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 no. Brightness. No, 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 no. Contrast. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Alright. 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 Let's see if I can make this work. Mhm. Uh, how do I want to do this? I want to flip it. No, I cannot flip it. Ding. Can I flip it here? No, no. Apparently not. Tools. Huh. Anyway, just gonna use my brain for it. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try it. John Pork, but I couldn't find. Oh, yeah, don't know any of about those characters. Like that. I might be messing it up. Anyway, I'll check it out. Hmm. Yeah, I'm still not that convinced by this. That's part of the whole thing. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. Just gonna discard. Let's see if I can get the image Cool. No worries. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Not that solvent. This. It's gonna need a lot of contrast. So I'm fixing. Yeah, I don't know. Not feeling it that much with this one. confusing. Anyway, I'm doing all this and I forgot. Would you look at that? Yeah, too late. Something like that. From where? You mean where I'm from? I'm from Venezuela, although I'm not there. So I'm trying to see how I can bring back the sketch up because I added this. It looks really cool on the, but it still doesn't fix the. On the camera looks cool, but it doesn't fully fix what I think I messed up. I guess I can get some contrast from this area. Most definitely. Okay. So, to what I was mentioning before, you take your reference, and in this sort of work you try to build upon it, like make it your own thing. So it's not just copying the original image. So you can definitely do that if you want. But it's more of a technique job, I would say. Depends on what you want to be doing, I guess. Uh, eh, Starting to like this one, even though it's not even close to what I wanted. Hopefully, I can lift it up from the gutter, pick it up from the gutter, I guess. Yes, good enough for now. Also draw. Uh, yeah, it takes time to learn. Um, you just have to keep going. It's fairly simple. Just grab a pencil, get some paper. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Like this doesn't. I don't think it costs like not even $5. It's like a buck to get one of this, or maybe less, a few cents. Or a pencil is even less, and yeah, there's a lot of free resources, and you can decide what you want to focus on. Like I tend to draw a lot of animals, but it depends on what your interests are. Uh, so if you find a subject matter that you enjoy, just have to go for it, and don't put too much pressure on you. Hola. Gracias, gracias. So as I was saying, if you're starting to draw, don't put that much pressure on yourself. You just have to like get get going with it. Once you start to get momentum, then you're in a better spot. Like I've been drawing most of my life, and sometimes I feel like I cannot draw that well. So you just have to keep going and like improve from your previous drawing. Like I would get like a stack of papers and just draw all day. Just wanted to get better. So, uh, like if you wanna draw portraits, and you grab a bunch of portraits and just try to draw them in different angles, different perspectives. You're not gonna get it right the first, I don't know, 100 times, but unless you're like a prodigy, but eventually you're gonna get better. Also, a really important thing is to practice proportions. It's essential for drawing portraits, for example, but you can apply it for anything. Uh, I wonder. Hmm. gonna turn on the light. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the video. Just change the light there. Should I leave it at that? Eh, wow, kind of blinded. Maybe not you, but on my end, this looks super bright. My eyes were already adjusting to the other light. What a creepy creature. Mm, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at this. Just gonna sign it. Just finish it up. A second. Wanna have more contrast here. Usually squinting helps to kind of focus your eye on the contrast of the image. So hopefully it helps you if you want to try this for yourself. I mentioned this multiple times, but just going with what I can. If you have any questions, if you're watching this in the future, feel free to let me know down below, so I can try to get back to you on a future stream or video. Yeah, I think it's looking better than what it was before. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna sign this. Alright, if you joined me today, thank you for watching. Uh, Consider subscribing, and yeah, hopefully I'll be tomorrow again here. If you want to check out the stream, usually I stream like 8 8ish 9ish kind of thing. Start the stream, I it goes for around an hour. I try to keep the sketch within an hour, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. by the time I start doing this stuff, I'm already really tired. So, yeah, maybe in the future I'll change the the time frame. But right now, this is the time I have to do this. So hopefully you enjoy it, and let me know if you have any feedback about the stream or stuff that you would like for me to talk about or mention. Uh, you can find me as Segrons on most social media. So um, if you wanna check out the work I do, I also made this illustrated deck of cards that you can find on my website, and it's sold in different places. It's available in Caracas, in a few places, and in Miami. So yeah, thank you for being here. Hopefully until next time. Bye.